Hello, all. Welcome to day 22 of me, Akhilesh, speaking straight into the camera about anything that strikes to my mind. Okay, so I am shooting this video from a different angle today and just to show my monitor. So, this is the monitor which I got during lockdown. So, during actually, this monitor cost a little bit, little much, and it is a BenQ 4K monitor, 32 inch. It has 32-inch screen, and when I actually bought this monitor through our usual local computer vendor. They are called as Shalini Systems or Elco Systems at our town. It is not any paid sponsorship or anything. We just buy from them for like more than 2 decades now. So yeah. So when I first actually ordered this monitor, they were actually bit shocked. So they said usually no one will get monitor above 24 inch. So 32 inch is pretty big, and you are asking for 4K, and it will cost this much. And he asked for full payment because that if I just ordered it, and if I said that no, I don't want it, he wouldn't be able to find another buyer for it. So by the time using it was, and as I read during college time, I used to have very good pocket money flowing into me. So I accumulated all those pocket money and bought this monitor, and it is actually one of the best purchase I had. It was really cool to have it, really helpful to improve my productivity, and yeah. So that's it about it. So it's a monitor. So that's the TV inside the room. It is also 32-inch TV, but it is 1080 resolution only. Monitors 4K. But in the video, I could see the monitor is not completely black, right? The black part should be pitch black. I don't know why it is. Maybe so. I don't know. That's where. But actually, this here is my monitor, and I will show you. See, I have my laptop. So I have my laptop over there. So it's also running that same 4K screensaver. So laptops black is better than monitors black, but TV's black is like more. It looks like the much darker one. So I don't know. I actually don't know the logic behind it. Maybe I will find it. So let me know in the comments that if it's too distracting, I will change the setup to our usual one. Actually, it is it is slightly distracting to even myself when I'm shooting and when I'm talking straight to the camera. So when the color changes in the background, I am getting a little bit distracted, but it's fine. It's just a new try, because many cool tech people will have this kind of setup, and running a 4K video on both my laptop and this monitor is actually making my laptop's fan to run so fast and so noisy. I think it could you could even hear that in the video. So yeah, better I will actually I will pause it, wait a bit. It's even started loading. Okay. So yeah, today actually I wanted to talk about one thing. It it really stuck in my mind. Actually, I'm not able to come out of it. It's it simply keep on running in my mind. So the thing is, today at our workplace, uh, we run this construction raw material company, and it was founded at 1990 or 1991. It's 1990 only. And so it's right now it's 2026. It's 36-year-old company. And very recently, some other people from some other business group from, uh, what to say, I don't want to mention it particularly, so that people will able to backtrack it. I want to keep it anonymous. So some big business group from Kongu Belt, so that's what they call this. Yeah, Kongu Belt only. And it is said to be some binami. Is binami an English word or Tamil word? I don't know. Some binami of some big minister. Okay, one of a big minister recently bought another unit. Okay, another unit near our site, and they are setting up their whole site, and for that they bought our materials for it. And yeah, today they are asking our bank credentials to put the payment. Okay, and I too gave them the credentials. And after that they were asking for please, and they were asking to send us our PAN card, Aadhaar card, cancel check leaf, and all these documents, as if we are trying to open a new bank account. And I didn't get this. What is the fuss about it? They only approached us to get those materials, and we gave them, and they have to settle the amount. And for that we also gave the bank account number. And for that they are asking all these detail to do a KYC. And someone, uh, they had a manager over here, and he said, and they also had some other manager from that place, and some like accountant kind of guy. And he was speaking to our staff very harshly, very rudely. And my staff was telling that they are asking for this. And I, it didn't feel right to me. And so I got the phone, and I was talking to him, and he was also speaking harsh to me. So I don't feel obliged to. I am not expecting respect or any sake, but not being rude is uh, is this, isn't that what all we expect? And there is no reason to be rude also. And I was asking, what is the reason for this? Why we have to? Because they didn't even explain it properly. They should have explained those these processes before they took those materials like that, right? And right now they are simply asking those things. And when I asked them, they just said, see, this is not a small company like yours. This is some big company, and we have our own process. And for if you want payment, you have to go through this KYC process, then only we can sanction the payment like that. And you know what, that really agitated me, I could say. Was- and but also, what to say, agitated, but I wasn't able to act on it, right? So again, I was thinking like, so what if so if we were, so what struck in my mind is, okay, so when they asked for those materials, and if we wanted to get this PAN card of their MD, or their company, would they be happy to give them in the first place? And in that case they will also tell, no, it's not our process, we are not authorized to give this stuff. But they are simply asking for it. And finally we also gave, yeah, because obviously we need payment. So we also gave. So that's when I remembered the point which the faculties from the this Young Entrepreneur School occasionally use. They will tell that you don't raise up to your visions, you just fall for your systems. So I am not sure if I am telling the quote properly, but the meaning is, so we all have some big visions, right? So right now for me, vision at Team Track is to get to help 4,000 individuals, young individuals, and to achieve their financial freedom through effective means and in a fiduciary way from us. So that's my vision right now. So I want to achieve it by 2030, and I am putting efforts to it. And I similarly have visions for this construction raw material company, and visions to my other hustles too, like the AI community. That AI community lab is actually right now evolving to something bigger. So it's really exciting to be a part of it right now. So I personally have a vision for that too. So, and we all have visions, right? I personally have vision. I want to be fit again. I will I will tell some good thing after I explain this. So I want to be fit. I want to be mindful. I want to be productive. I want to manage my time properly. I want to keep things organized. Like these are not visions, but at least a small task, missions maybe, and some few action items that we have. So anyone can think of anything. Anyone can visualize anything. But if only we have a proper system and process, we can go towards our vision. We can travel in that direction, right? So have we had that great similar process in our business? Even even my staff could demand it for similar documents like that, right? And anyone who wants it, they have to go through it. So yeah, so if you're someone who has some great vision, and if you really want to achieve it, convert those vision into, break it down into simple mission first. So at yes, they said, they will say that so vision is something you could never reach actually, but you wish to reach. See, so don't ask me, so you, if I think that I could never reach 4,000 clients, actually that I will. So fit that vision even before knowing this concept. So yeah, so right now my vision is, see, after knowing this, I would say my vision is to become India's largest go-to personal financial service and execution. So and we are working on that path with the help of 626 labs too. We are working on many AI integrations with personal finance, like how it could help us, all sorts of those things. Okay, so if we have some big vision, first we have to. So let take my very own example. So I'm having a vision of getting 4,000 clients, or I want to help 4,000 individuals at 2030. So instead of working straight to into that vision, I could break into smaller parts, right? I could think like, so by 20, at the end of 2026, I should have maybe 400 clients. At the end of 2027, I should have 800. At 2028, 1000, 1500, 29, 2000, and the next year another 2000. Maybe I could plan like that, which would feel like achievable, right? So that's how we should start breaking down our visions, and have to keep smart goals. So The full form of SMART is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time bound. So that's how we should have any goals. And after setting up these goals, we have to build a process and system. A process is how we are going to do this, how we are going to achieve this goal. That is the process. And the system is how we are ensuring ourselves that we are following the actual plan, the actual process. So that's it. Process and system blends together to make a proper thing. And definitely everyone should think about it. So if someone is starting their business new, we all just focus about the how much sales we could make, how many how many walk-ins we can have if we are running a retail shop. So like that, we are only focused on the money, but not the part of measuring it, how it is impacting us, what's making sense and what's not, where to keep our focus and where not to, which things to delegate and which we have to do it ourselves. So we don't do these things because we don't have a proper process and system to it. So yeah, and it really feels bad. But that time I was so angry, and so what I could do, I couldn't do. I can't do anything for it at the moment, at least. So if I want to feel like some hero, I could simply think, see, I could do this Rajinikanth's dialogue and Ashok mark this date in the calendar. In just another 5 or 10 years, I will be like more powerful than this Binami boss of you or anything like that. So that would be sound that will sound more interesting, and yeah, more like a hero, right? But the part about hero, they exist only in movies, and it's nothing wrong about it. They are meant to be a larger than life picture. But yeah, so what I could do, maybe I could force that staff who spoke rude to me to have a how can I force him? That's what I'm trying to say. It's out of my hand. It's not in my controllable. So I am the kind of this guy who will tell myself to not to worry about things which I can't control. And what I could control is how I react to it, how I could control my own things. So that's what I'm also trying to do. And this is not the only thing. I had quite a few moments like this when I where I feel so low initially, and I will feel this some rocky boy level of motivation, and will think that I will become someone who is so great, and they will despise. I know I don't know if that's the proper word, but like, yeah, one day I will be great than them. It's like it's not a sign of growth. It's just vengeance, and I don't want to build up myself on vengeance. I want to be mindful of my work too. Of course, it will be in my mind, but I don't want to react to it. I just want to maybe make my own plan in a better way. So yeah, I I hope that I conveyed what I wanted to. If not, I'm so sorry about it. And also, I am right now shooting the video at 11:25. Right now, the time is 11:25 p.m. And today's, I don't know why it's so tiring. maybe it could be one of the reason, because yesterday it took me so much time to sleep. I only slept by 2 a.m. Okay, so yeah, I should hit the bed soon after uploading this. So that's it, guys. Let's see you all tomorrow in the next video. Thank you. Peace. Be calm. Okay, before cutting this video, I want to end it with a happy note. And the happy note is, so I before this accident, I had some throat pain. Okay, and I went to the ENT doctor, and they asked me to weigh myself, and I was like, it's no shame in admitting that I was like 132 kilos. Actually, that was my that is myself being the heaviest version of myself, and I am not so proud about it. And that's when actually we decided to have a proper nutritionist and start working on our health. And that's when the accident happened. And a week after the accident, we still went with the nutritionist, and I started the course. Like, it's not some different thing, I just restricted my diet. I stick to some home cooked foods, and I started eating fruits and vegetables regularly daily. So that's it. As I am not able to go out at my own will, so I can't just have all these barotas, shawarmas, cake shakes, brownies, and everything. So yeah, so I am constrained to this home and the food they prepare. So which is eventually became all this healthy food. I I my diet turned towards more millets kind of diet. And yeah, so after, it's almost 3 months since I started this. The first 1.5 months I was so, at least the first 1 month I was so strict on it. And this later 2 months, I won't say I was so perfect in following that, but still I was in very good control. And as a result of it, when I today only I checked the weight after all these months, almost like after 3.5 months. Right now I am 121.9. So I have almost lost 10 kilos with just diet, in 10 kilos in 3 months with just the diet without any movement. Because in the first month I was completely in bed rest. In second month, I just started to hop with this walker, which you could see in this frame. Here's the walker. And very recently, for the past 2 or 3 weeks, I am walking with the stick. I am having better mobility. I am just moving from places, but still not completely in a fast manner to burn calories like that. Still I am not up to that level, but still I have lost 10 kilos. So now I have hope that, so I am recovering. I hope I am recovering fast. In that case, if I have to even if I had even if I start to have some sort of movements, some sort of exercise, regular exercise, I could easily lose another 10 kilos in next 3 months. So basically my idea for this 6 months, so we took this plan for 6 months, is to become a two-digit weight guy. I just want to come to 99.9. That's my target. So according to my height, my BM, if we calculate the proper BMI, I should be somewhere like 85 to, so less than 90 kilos. But yeah, I don't even want that. Eventually I wished I would reach there. But right now my aim is to reach two-digit weight. I want to become 99.9. So because my close friend of mine, he will just mock at me that if someone asks your weight, don't tell them 130 kilos, tell them you are 0.13 ton, and that's really harsh. I feel very bad about it, and I feel bad about it, and still go on eating three scoops of ice cream from Ibaco with all the toppings. Even I was so tempted to have yesterday. We went out. I was so tempted to drop by at Ibaco, but it didn't happen. But that doesn't mean that I didn't had any other dessert. I had a milkshake, chocolate milkshake. Today morning also had one. So yeah, maybe I should control my diet. Okay, and it feels good also to see this the t-shirt I'm wearing. I i have pictures which of me wearing the same t-shirt before the accident, and it was too so tight actually, and right now it's very comfortable. So yeah, many people say that when we are fit it will be confident, and some say that if people will always have a good opinion on people who look fit. So yeah, I want not just to gain their opinions, like just to have their good opinion on myself, but yeah, I want to feel confident. I am actually more confident from comparing to my older self, like at even 2 weeks 3 weeks back. So I want to improve that even further. As I say, right, this YouTube series that I'm doing, it's really improving my confidence. So I'm happy about it. I am expressing myself in the way I want to. I am standing for my own opinion. Maybe I used to be a people pleaser, I might still be, but yeah, I am changing to a better one. I am voicing out my thoughts. I am thinking out loud right now, and I could see that it is actually getting getting my surrounding also good. So yeah, I'm happy it's happening. Okay. So yeah, I just want to end in a positive note. I don't want to end it is with that disturbing disturbing thought which started in the today morning. Okay. So that's it guys. Catch you up tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.